I think that we're kind of in for a long few months here, something that just feels like it this year, being that it's the first 4-year game dev window for a Call of Duty game. So the lead up for Black Ops Gulf War will probably just be a prolonged set of reveals through either leaks or official channels. Yesterday, we got word of a fundamental change to Black Ops Gulf War and seemingly perhaps all Call of Duty titles beyond. So today we're breaking down this new report and what you need to know. So as we go along, drop your thoughts down below, drop a like if you enjoy, and subscribe for more Black Ops Gulf War and COD 2024 coverage, as well as other FPS titles. I'd love to have you in the community, but also make sure you follow over on Twitch, linked down there in the description below, to join in on the conversation live, as we're getting back into the swing of things over there, going live on a regular basis, so I'd love to chat with you. But anyways, let's jump into it. So a new report from Tom Henderson, industry insider with a killer track record as of the last couple of years, was published yesterday that stated, this year, Call of Duty is set to embrace an open world campaign, and Black Ops Gulf War, Insider Gaming has learned. It won't be the first time the series has seen an open world-esque campaign though, as the first glimpse of what such a campaign could look like was first explored within Modern Warfare 3 and its open world missions, air quotes on that. However, sources explained that unlike Modern Warfare 3, Gulf War's campaign has been built from the ground up rather than using assets from previous entries. It goes on to further allege that the game will have an open world aesthetic akin to Far Cry, which we've never seen that degree in Call of Duty before, and it's much more a cohesive environment and play space by comparison to the open world missions which were cobbled together for Modern Warfare 3. The report goes on to state further, the campaign, developed by Raven Software, multiplayer and zombies to be handled by Treyarch Games, will see the return of Black Ops characters including Adler, who will be part of your team. Outside of Black Ops Gulf War, sources also revealed that it's likely the series could lean into more open world campaigns over linear moving forward. Call of Duty 2025, codenamed Saturn, which currently does not have an assigned leading developer, is also pitched to have an open world campaign, with its map being separated into several different biomes and locations. While the pitch for the game is very much in flux due to its early development, 20 months until launch at the time of writing, it was said the campaign shift from a linear to open world is primarily based on streamlining development over anything else. But whether this changes or not by release is unclear. Call of Duty Black Ops Gulf War, currently forecasted to release in October 2024, will be the 6th entry into the Black Ops franchise. And in a tweet further clarifying, Tom mentioned in the future, as mentioned in this article, currently Call of Duty 2025, 20 months from release, does not have an assigned main developer. It's my understanding that it was meant to be Sledgehammer Games, but following on from the 16-month development cycle of Modern Warfare 3, they basically refused and didn't want to become a 2-year support studio. High Moon Studios was in the running at one point, unclear if it still is, which would have made them the 4th studio ever to mainline a Call of Duty game, but I believe that it's likely going to fall to Treyarch Games in the end. Infinity Ward was already developing Call of Duty 2026, and Sledgehammer Games recently got the green light to develop Call of Duty 2027, as per my previous reporting. Which, before we break everything down, honestly, good on Sledge in my opinion. I don't think that we as players can be like, give us a good complete game, and then be upset if a dev refuses to ship a 3rd game in 4 years, 2021 to 2025. A total of 0 devs deserve that kind of insane crunch schedule. Let Sledge work on their own title for 2027 and not a 4th game by that point in 6 years. Give them their full dev window to cook and go from there. I mean, these guys have not had a full dev window on games to work on since Advanced Warfare in 2014. Love or hate Sledgehammer Games titles, you can't deny that them having to change direction with every single project mid-development is just setting them up for failure. So honestly, good on them for being like, no, we're not doing that. Now, when it comes to the High Moon Studios mentioned in 2025, that was something that is unclear because, well, High Moon and a bunch of other studios obviously were just a part of those recent layoffs. So implications on where that could go absolutely as a result of that. But anyways, let's look further into this mention of the campaign and what's upcoming for the immediate future of 2024 in Black Ops Gulf War. Now, open world campaign missions, personally, I don't care for what we had in Modern Warfare 3, but at the same time, that was not a fully developed campaign by any means, and definitely was not a way for them to be fully utilized. If they were actually done with the open world in mind, made from the ground up as suggested, I do think that there's a chance that they play really well by comparison. But also, I don't go into COD with the intention of playing an open world game. If it's campaign, I'm cool with it being a linear storyline, just A to B. That's totally fine for me. I know that's maybe a subjective thing where other people may be stoked for open world campaign missions. Others maybe like this is the worst idea ever. But I do like to mention that we are still not going to fully go the route of open combat and open world missions. We're still going to have the regular linear A to B story as well in certain missions. It's just a matter of how much of that is actually going to be hand in hand how much is going to be. Is it a 50-50 split, 60-40, 70-30, vice versa? Whatever the case, we don't know. So it's a little too early to judge, but it seems like these are returning. And not to mention, if the story's good, I personally think it'll be a non-issue likely. Raven absolutely cooked with the campaign for Cold War. Loved that one of my favorite ones in recent years, and with Treyarch's added touch, I think it'll be a great campaign for the potential of what's happening. So I'm cool with that. I have faith with a Raven narrative influenced by Treyarch. But the one thing that I think is even bigger out of this report here is that while Treyarch is apparently focused solely on multiplayer and zombies, 2024 has some big potential to be a hit, with 4 years of development on just simply 2 of the bread and butter modes, with campaign headed up by a studio that created a great one recently. I like the sound of that. I mean, you actually have full dev focus on zombies. You get to give a nice experience with that. And of course, multiplayer, that's where the bulk of the studio is going to be working. We've seen Treyarch multiplayer in the past, and historically, it's been pretty dang good. So I don't want to get my expectations too high, but with 4 years on 2 modes instead of 4 on 3, well, that's huge. 4, of course, being the most we've ever seen at any point for a Call of Duty dev window, and then to have it more laser focused on the things that players have the most replayability on, that sounds pretty good to me. And the other thing of an October 2024 release date, well, that's earlier than normal per se, only the 4th title that will be launching in October since the earliest of entries back in the early 2000s. Black Ops 4 launched on October 12th, Modern Warfare 2019 launched on October 25th, Modern Warfare 2 launched on October 28th, and then Black Ops Gulf War sometime in October. And that actually kind of makes sense, because if you look at like where Modern Warfare 3 is versus say Vanguard, both of those years probably didn't do exactly what they wanted in terms of sales, in terms of player retention, whatever the case, just because of, well, you can usually tell when games are rushed. So in doing that, it kind of seems like they're trying to replicate what they did with Modern Warfare 2 and take advantage of this hype behind the Black Ops name and this new hotly anticipated title by moving it up about a month so they can capitalize on even more sales in Q4 perhaps. But anyways, beyond all of that, 2025, how much hope is there if, again, we're hearing about a no mainline developer just yet, only 20 months out? Honestly, I'm kind of tempering my expectations as I did with this year at this point, because I'm very much expecting it to feel like a DLC game. And with a hodgepodge development seemingly imminent, I kind of think that's what it'll become. You have a couple of developers working on everything here and there, and then just kind of packaging everything all together as a year 2 content. So, I mean, right now, it is something that seems alarming, but I guess we'll see and cross that bridge a little further when we get more information. But for now, interesting the way that Black Ops Gulf War is shaping up with some of what we learned here out of this report. Open world campaign missions, Treyarch really focusing mostly on multiplayer and zombies, as well as an earlier release time. So let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think here of this? You're looking forward to it? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so don't miss a single thing getting all things Modern Warfare 3 and Season 2 upcoming as of tomorrow, but also Black Ops, Gulf War, and COD 2024 coverage as we gear up into the upcoming year here. Love to have you in the community, but for now, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care and peace.